Our art helped me survive. When you see one of those shirts, it's just like seeing family member. You never know when someone's just going to be taken from you. Our art helped me survive what happened to us. Nobody was doing Indian art on T-shirts back at the time. The Tiger T-shirt business was created by my mother with my uncle's art. My brother hand silk screened those shirts with my sister packaging them up, sending them all over the world. When you see one of those shirts, it's just like seeing family member. I never want to leave that gallery. It's my favorite place to be. It's just full of memories, full of ghosts. The loss and what all had happened growing up. It's the worst thing that I have ever lived through. But it's our story, and there are ghosts. The art that was created by those that had gone on. It's up to me to see that the world doesn't forget what they did. You're going to be hearing bark in the background. Because they're my girls. I became an artist because it was my path that I was supposed to walk, even though I tried to fight it. And that's what I see as my duty. You know, I'm 61 years old, but I have Parkinson's. And I know that I won't be able to do what I've been doing forever if the Parkinson's gets worse. This used to be a bustling place back in the 80s. All of the T-shirts that we did were done by my uncle, Johnny Tiger Jr. Uncle had a place in our house because after Dad died, Uncle stepped in and helped raise us. He and Mom created the Tiger T-shirt business together. My dad, he remains one of the greatest that ever lived in the art world. And so here he was, 26 years old. Dad was scooting out of the car, and with the gun, the gun went off, and he died on the cement out there next to the car. I was just a baby 5-year-old. So Mom made it her life's goal to keep him near us through his great art. My mother was the creator of the whole operation. She had the big ideas and she could bring them to fruition. So that's why we had everything we had, because Daddy was a genius and Mom knew it. I'm talking 24 hours a day in that gallery, silk screening shirts to fill the orders with JCPenney and all over the world. People wanting these Tiger T-shirts. thing, you know? I was the oldest and the firstborn. Lisa's my little sister. Chris is my baby brother. Lisa and Chris were always real close. They worked together back there in the back of the gallery, and Chris would silkscreen and Lisa would dry the shirts. And they'd laugh all day, and they'd eat together, and they'd harass each other, and it's just jokes and tricks and pranks, you know, all the time. Chris Tiger was so funny. He was tough, he was honorable. You know, everybody loved him. It was 1990, and it was May, and I remember Mom says, Chris told me how he was proud of what you'd done as an artist and that he wanted to do art too. He wanted to learn from you. And I left that night feeling so good, feeling just happy that, you know, to think that my little brother, you know, looked up to me in that way. He was just a good person. He didn't know that death was getting ready to take him. That next night, you know, he was at home sober and everything, and then somehow some people were out here and needed a ride back to town, so Chris gave him a ride back to town and ended up at this house that he'd never been to with people that he'd never, you know, been with. They shot him right between the eyes. Picked up a gun and shot him right there. And that was it. Chris was gone. He was killed at age 22. What a young person to go to the spirit world. That's his truck over there, that orange truck that he was driving the night he was killed. That changed everything for us. It just put a stop. You know, everything just ceased to happen. After Chris's death, my mother couldn't work at the gallery anymore. It consumed us all. And we had to go separate ways for a time. After that, Lisa got HIV, and I couldn't believe it. And I told my sister, I said, Lisa, I'll do anything that you want me to do. And Lisa said, marry Donnie and let me be the best woman at your wedding. I said, okay. Lisa and I have come to just count on each other for everything. I mean, we both have this Parkinson's, and she's tough. She has A's and Parkinson's, and she's like, gets in her head what she wants to do, and she'll do it no matter what. I mean, I didn't want kids, but I had kids because Lisa wasn't going to be able to have kids, and Chris wouldn't ever. And so my first child, I named her Christy, after Chris. And we're all still here in this house. I was always so afraid to come and deal with all this business, this art, because of the loss. But I don't live thinking about that as much as I used to. the cycle of life, it renews itself in the best way. Just before Chris left, he let me know that what I had done with my life mattered. So it'll always matter. Just here recently, we finally got to screen our first shirts after many, many years here at Tiger Art Gallery. We're printing all the same designs that we did before. Now my son, Leeson, has his hands on every T-shirt. When I saw my son standing there silk screening, this made me get emotional because my brother's hands made that image. I could feel my brother's presence through my son. I don't know if my children feel the hugeness of that yet. Doesn't matter, because they're who it was created for. And then one of these days, my little grandson, he'll be the head of the empire. He's gonna inherit the universe. My loved ones, they're with me, I know it, I feel it. And that's why I'm confident. This all still has the ability to flourish once again through the next generation. And that makes me so happy.